Hello everyone, it's been a while but I'm back with another video, this time looking at my latest Speed Champions model, the Lotus Emira. This project's taken over a year from start to finish, so I'm glad to finally be able to share it with you all in its completed form. Now, let's look at the design. Starting with the front of the car, we have the bonnet, which I was able to use a single piece for, which I wouldn't normally do, but this suited it quite well because it has the right shape here with the small angles at each side and these slopes at the side, which I have used to represent the vents on the bonnet of the real car. These front corners are all focused around one by one brick with studs on all sides and are connected with a robot claw piece which slides into a 1x1 round plate with a hole in the middle which sticks onto the side of this brick, and then two macaroni tiles go above and below to form the top and bottom, and then these two pieces here form the shape. The bottom lip is connected upside down using a 1x2 rail piece which is connected by these clips. Moving back to the cockpit area of the car, the roof is all angled on a single 1x1 round plate with a bar, as you can see here. There's no windscreen piece used on this as I wanted to keep it as accurate as I could to the real car, so I've used this quite standard technique using some clips and bar holders and 3 long bars to make the A-pillars. The sides are mostly constructed sideways using a combination of wedge plates, curves, tiles and slopes to try and create the pretty difficult shapes of the real car. Here you can see the side in more detail. An interesting technique that I used was using this clip piece with a bar inserted to make a sort of slightly shorter tile, because I couldn't use a 1x2 tile because that would be too tall, so I used this instead. And then this black clip is attached as a sort of cover for this blue bar, because otherwise you could see it extending into the car. The black parts that form the side skirts are made using flag pieces, because that allows me to get that nice thin black edge that you see on the real car. To try and recreate the tricky shape of the C, maybe B pillars of the real car, I'm not sure what they're called, I used these 1x2 clips with some black tiles on, because that allows this subtle curve to come up out from the side and join the C-pillar part here. The rear window is made up of 2 different sections. There's this angled big slope piece with a tile on the top, and also one of these 1x2 tiles, which is sideways, is connected to this sloped section, as well as this 1x2 plate with a bar with a tile on top and sideways, similar to this piece here. The angled section is simply connected with a 1x1 plate with a bar onto a clip, as you can see here, and then that's a 1x1 snot brick holding the 1x2 tile in place sideways. The rear of the car is the most complex of this model, since the real car is so curvy in this area. I started by recreating the shape of the diffuser, which has this curve all the way over. The central section is actually inverted. These aren't 1x2 curve slopes, but inverted ones, so that they can go onto this bracket piece, which forms the thin line which is part of the tail light on the real car. Each outer tail light section is angled slightly as the car flares up towards the rear. This is done using a tile with a clip and a 1x1 plate with a bar coming off the side, which then connects to this 1x3 red plate, which obviously forms a tail light, and this bracket with a tile, which helps make this small vent. Part of the body forming the diffuser shape uses this wedge plate, which is angled using a 1x1 round plate with a bar coming out the end of it, and these gold ring pieces are used as spacers to get this section the perfect distance away from the car. And then a tooth piece is used to help continue the curve and form the black of the diffuser. The exhaust pipes are simply formed using a 1x4 round plate, which has holes in the studs, which work quite nicely as a simple solution. And finally, the sides at the rear of the car are held in place using a skeleton arm which reaches all the way up from the bottom to then connect to this 1x1 plate with a 45-degree angled bar, which then goes onto a 1x1 plate with a clip, which then clips onto a 1x1 tile. This isn't fully legal, but it doesn't stress any pieces, so I think it's okay. I should mention that there is no interior on this model. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to fit one in due to the sides of the model being so complicated, as well as the front area too. And that ends the overview of the design, so thanks for watching. Please let me know in the comments what you liked or didn't like about this video, and maybe you think I should make more videos like this in the future for future and maybe even past models. Free instructions for the Emira can be found at Rebrickable, so a link to them will be in the description. And before we go, I just want to say thanks to Danny from the Rebrickable page, Danny Builds Lego, who has helped me a lot through making this model, both encouraging me to complete it and helping me with the rear of the model in particular. So check out his MOCs, a link to his page will be in the description too, so you can maybe build something of his. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.